It is my honor to be here today with my fellow Eagles and all of you who are esteemed guests as the Director of Ceremonies for today's commencement exercise. Before the ceremonies begin, I would like to share a few housekeeping matters so that we can all enjoy the day. Please remember to have your phones in vibrate or silent. In the event that you need to answer a call, we ask that you please leave your seat and answer the call to the back of the room. There will be 2 official photographers available throughout the ceremonies. We ask that you please do not come to the front to take photos of the graduates. Lastly, the ceremonies will be live streamed on the Galen University Facebook page and shared to the Love FM Facebook page. Thank you. I welcome to the podium Ms. Carissa Cervantes to lead us with the invocation this morning.
Distinguished faculty, honored guests, the Galen University class of 2023. A blessed good morning to one and all. Welcome to this momentous occasion of celebrating the achievements of our exceptional graduating class. Today, as we gather in the sacred convocation, we celebrate not only the culmination of our academic achievements, but also the profound spiritual growth we have experienced throughout our journey. Dear graduating class of Galen University, as you prepare to embark on the next chapter of your lives, I offer this invocation as a reminder of the strength and guidance that surrounds you. May you be blessed with the courage to pursue your dreams. May you be surrounded by a loving and supportive community that will lift you up in times of need and celebrate your accomplishments. May your professional pursuits be guided by integrity, compassion, and excellence. As you navigate the challenges that lie ahead, may your spirits remain resilient and fortified with wisdom, humility, and a sense of purpose. As you channel through the unknown, always remember that challenges are opportunities for spiritual growth and transformation. May you never forget the lessons and values that have shaped you at Galen University, and may they guide you in all that you do. May you use your knowledge and skills to make a positive impact through service to others and to our country who needs. May your actions inspire others to do just the same. And finally, may you always remember that you are capable of achieving greatness and that you have the power to make a difference in the world. Congratulations on your graduation from Galen University, and may you be blessed with love and light on your next chapter in life. And as you step into the world, remember that true success lies in aligning your purpose with the divine plan. Amen.
Please be seated. We are pleased and honored that you have joined us this morning for Galen's 20th commencement exercises, where we celebrate our soaring eagles. We celebrate this class and the 19 previous cohorts who together embody the eagle spirit of leadership, integrity, and sustainability. Together, we will witness the achievement of our eagles as they complete other milestones in their lives and continue to contribute to their communities and the larger Belizean society. We are pleased to have you here with us today to commemorate this special event. We extend a special welcome to Honorable Roman Cervantes, Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change and Disaster Risk Management, Minister Henry Charles Usher, Minister of Public Service and Constitutional Reform, our esteemed keynote speaker, Dr. Osman Martinez, Chief Executive Officer of the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment, and Mrs. Martinez, Dr. Luis Octavio Cuebra, Country Representative, OAS, Ms. Diane Locke, Head of Office, International Organization for Migration, IOM, Michelle Sekura, Project Specialist, International Organization for IOM, Visiting Professor from the Citadel, Dr. Guy Galen, CEO Adel Katsing from the Ministry of Transport and Sports, Dr. Nicole Palma, Director of Tertiary and Post-Secondary Education, Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, Gianni Robinson, Director of TED, Ms. Dana Bates, Director of Immigration and Nationality Department, Mr. Gian Shaw, Director, Department of Foreign Services, Ms. Hannah State Martinez, Director, National Biodiversity Office, Salsofu, Director of Belize Zoo, Marcelo Blake, President, Chamber of Commerce, Senator Elena Smith, President, Belize National Teachers Union, Hugo Gonzalez, Chairman, Association of Tertiary Level Institutions of Belize, Cynthia Thompson, Chairman, BBTE, Anthony Sylvester, Chairman, UP Board of Trustees, Adrian Vela, Dean, Waffle Junior College, Dr. Karen Martinez, Dean, Ecumenical Junior College, Mrs. Margie Scott Young, Dean, Independent Junior College, Natalie Gallatin, Dean, John Paul Junior College, Deborah Domingo, Principal, Mount Williams High School, Belize State, Lily Lee Wensu, Ambassador, Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan, Michelle Kwan, Ambassador, U.S. Embassy, Alison Parker, Head of UNICEF in Belize, Roque Blanco, MD, Medical Examiner, National Forensic Service. Members of the Association of Tertiary Level Institutions in Belize, all dignitaries and other partners, and all stakeholders present and watching us via our live stream. Visiting professor from the Citadel, the family, members, parents, spouses, children, loved ones, and significant others in the audience. We welcome you on behalf of the Chairman of the Board of Directors, Mr. Costas Karanikis, Chairman of the Galen Board of Trustees, Dr. Rene Villanueva Sr., who is represented here today by Acting Chairman Dr. Wagner House. We also welcome you on behalf of Dr. Cynthia Ear, Provost of Galen University, Shirley Gates, Dean, Faculty of Arts, Science and Technology, Dr. Sylvia Katus, Dean, Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship, Dr. Korean Arnold, Dean, Faculty of Elementary Education, the faculty and staff of Galen University, and most importantly, on behalf of the graduating class of 2023. We are all inspired by academic performances that reach above the norm. For such stories always motivate us to reach higher and to do more. I would like to introduce you to Ms. Celine Chan, who today will be conferred the Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science. I invite to the podium Ms. Celine Chan to officially welcome you to Galen University's 20th Convocation exercise. Celine Chan.
Good morning, everyone. Since protocol has already been established, I'll say my good mornings. So, good morning to everyone, and especially a warm welcome to faculty, administration, friends of the university, and all invited guests. And of course, leaving the best for last. Good morning to the dynamic and passionate individuals among us today. Galen University's graduating class of 2023. Roughly a week ago, Dr. Ear, our provost, gave me a call and told me that I would be giving the welcome address. And frankly, I was shocked. I was even stunned. And this reaction wasn't because I was doubting my abilities of standing in front of a crowd and giving a speech. Rather, I was taken aback by the great honor of representing the graduates today of Galen University. I stand before you today humbled and honored. When I look across this stage, I see innovation, I see bright and new ideas, and I see the future of Belize. Galen Eagles soar with the spirits of resilience and adaptability. So much so that it has become second nature to us. This is who we are. This is what we bring to the country. This is what we bring to the table. Sorry, let me fix my cap. Sorry. So, as students, we have all endured trying times. The past few years spared none of us. We were at some point all faced with either financial stressors, health stressors, and just us being here today proves that we overcame our academic stressors. And for that, we are celebrating our success. As Galen Eagles, we have logged into our classes from across the country, from north to south, from mountains to coasts. Sometimes we weren't even in the country. But Galen understanding the way how the world is changes has made education easy and accessible for all of us. Today and every other day, we must find it in ourselves to be proud of our accomplishments. Each one of us have to find and muster up in our discipline to not only be present in our classes, but actively listen and internalize valuable information being shared with us. We all attended classes and completed assignments. Some of us at work, some of us exhausted from the day, and some of us with a child at home at their time. And for that, and in all of you, I applaud you. Today is for celebration. To the class of 2023, here is to not only overcoming all of life's stressors, but striving under the pressure. We have proven that we are resilient and ready to face the world's challenges, as we all do our part to continue building our great nation of release. Last year, I had the pleasure of being elected to be the Vice President of the student government. And with this role, I was running under the goal of bringing back life in the Central Farm campus, and ensuring that every student that walked through the door felt welcome and a part of our community family. I obviously did not do this alone. With me, I have the other members of the student government who, even in the face of adversity, were resilient and adaptable. Those members are all graduating with me today. They are Christian Na, our president, Kevin Rivera, events coordinator, Desha Regalado, secretary, Jaylee Logan, liaison officer, and Zan Rivera, our treasurer. Thank you all for a great year. This experience gave me the opportunity to see how tirelessly our administration, faculty, and staff work to effectively operate Galen's both physical and virtual campus. Today, we are thankful for them. Our senior administrators, deans, lecturers, faculty members, and auxiliary staff. They have shown us that education goes beyond solely academics. It is all-encompassing. Thank you for inspiring the next generation of engineering leaders. Now, before I close off, I would like to take the time to say thank you to one important person. Without her, I quite literally would not be here today. I know right about now, she's probably giving me the look, staring me down, and that's fine, you know? I know she's not a fan of the spotlight, but I have to give her her props. To my role model, my best friend, the person that has me either rolling my eyes or dying of laughter. The person I'm proud to call my mommy, Miss Carla Mora. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for leading me and loving me so much. Your hard work and experience never ceases to amaze me. I'm sorry, I'm tearing up. Damn hot. Anyways, my last word will have to be, look, mommy, I made it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Adaptability and resilience. Those are traits of Galen Eagles. You will find those traits anywhere else in Galen University. Our students emanate that it's a part of their character. It's because of the school of professionals that continue to provide us with the rigorous courses that we face as Galen Eagles. Thank you, Michelle, for those inspiring words, spoken like a true eagle. I now invite to the podium the acting chairman of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Alvin Holtz, for his address. Ladies and gentlemen, the acting chairman of the Board of Trustees.
That's a good sign, but we need to get them there. In that then, I want to, even though what has been established, recognize members of the National Assembly, city boards, and my fellow trustees, faculty, and staff. Before I begin my very short address this morning, because this is a very hot morning, and you don't want to be here too long, let me ask you if you could kindly rise to our family, friends, well-wishers, and give the candidates for graduation a standing ovation in congratulations of their hard work, dedication, and success, which is why this happening. Thank you very much. And now, candidates for graduation, I ask you to congratulate yourselves and please turn to your colleague next to you and congratulate him or her on their efforts as well. Please congratulate your colleagues. Very good. Nice smile. Like this something. You see, one share of bond which will endure for the rest of your life. You are graduates of the 2023 class, a well-deserved honor, and a prize indicative of all your hard work and the dedication of the faculty and the staff. So the congratulations are well-deserved. Getting to this stage is always a challenge. Always a challenge. Nobody gave it to you on shore. Faculty did not excuse the turning of assignments. I'm sure they did not overlook poor answers, etc. So you had to learn some everything that, especially those of you who are parents and wives and husbands and have other commitments. So congratulations are well deserved. As it is often said, and by those who are very confident in any endeavor, what they say, I got this. Well, not only got this, but you earned this and you deserve this. Congratulations. When I think of Galen, I see not only the graduates, but I see an institution. As a private institution, now in its third decade, it has shed most of its growing pains. Thanks to the chairman of the board of directors, Mr. Costas Caricas, and his team. Thanks to the chairman of the board of trustees, Dr. Galen, who unfortunately suffered an accident and could not be here. And the dedicated team of trustees, of whom I am a proud member. Tireless efforts of the focus, Dr. Here, and her community deans, heads of departments and faculty. Please give them a big hand. We have a little challenge with the wind and a little challenge with the acoustics, so bear with me. This institution of which you are now or about to be an alumni is cementing its grip in a very tangible way in the sustainable development of our country. Past graduates, as well as you will be, are infused in almost every facet of Belize's development, whether that be in the public or the private sector. Leading the charge with confidence, that confidence developed during their tenure at the university. I am very confident that you will do the same, because that is who we are. Mascot, I saw it somewhere. Soar high and be an example that others will want to emulate. This institution, now in its young adult years, so timely in our young country's development, will continue to grow with our country's development. It is creating its signature mark on the nation
so that future generations will say, go to Galen, where else? You as a Galen ambassador is charged to make that mark. So go fly. I will not steal the thunder of today's guest speaker, Dr. Osmond Martinez, a former staff member and a Galen ambassador himself, now in the public service, or of our provost, Dr. Eve Aird, who is the administrative face of this institution. So I will close with a colloquial saying, big up yourself and go fly eagles. And as you soar, take a fellow Belizean along with you. So together, you can raise this country and its society to another level. God bless you. Thank you very much, and have a good graduation.
Thank you, Dr. Halls, for those words. Certainly, as Eagles, we know our responsibilities as citizens of this country to development, as that is ingrained in the very nature of our environment at Galen University. It's intertwined in the courses that we take, and it comes out after we graduate when we start to go back to our respective workspaces and we start to accepting certain jobs. We start creating certain jobs for ourselves and to help the development of our country. So thank you for those words. Led by the vision and support of the Board of Trustees, Galen's academic performance thrives under the resolute and visionary leadership of our dear Provost. It is therefore my pleasure to call on one of Belize's most dynamic and progressive pillars in higher education, and recent recipient of the National Women's Commission 2023 Outstanding Women's Award for her lifelong contribution to higher education in Belize. Our Provost, Dr. Cynthia Eve Aird.
Good morning. Protocol having been established, allow me to say good morning again and extend a warm welcome to all to this very special commencement exercises. 20 years ago, news of a new university, a private university, began circulating within the educational community. Survey instruments assessing the desired career choices of high school and junior college students and their ability to pay the cost of a private university had been sent out. Initially, to be frank, I discounted the rumors as I thought that a private university would not last in Belize given the size of its population. I believe this sentiment was shared by many of my colleagues as well. Nevertheless, as time went by, my interest was piqued, and I sent the then provost an email requesting a meeting so I could learn more about Galen and to determine if there was a fit between the university's mission and my purpose. The result of that visit, on August 1st, 2003, I joined Galen University as an assistant professor and quality assurance officer, the first Belizean on faculty. Our deputy registrar, Licenciada Maribel Rendon, who becomes the registrar on August 1st, is the first Belizean employee. In 2008, I reluctantly left Galen to become the president of Sacred Heart College. I felt that I needed to grow a little bit more and to lead an institution. But I returned on December 1st, 2014 as the provost. August 1st, 2023 marks the 20th anniversary of Galen University opening its doors to students. As we approach this critical milestone, it is appropriate that we reflect on our achievements over the past 19 years. At its inception, Galen's mission was to provide excellence in undergraduate, graduate, and professional education to prepare students to achieve their dreams and goals. Galen University is committed to providing an exciting and stimulating learning environment, innovative and supportive teaching, scholarship, and active service to the community, with a unique focus on sustainable development throughout all courses, programs, and services. We have done this through a range of unique undergraduate and graduate degree programs in business, the arts and sciences, and education. Degree programs consist of traditional campus-based programs, wholly online programs, or hybrid programs, a combination of face-to-face and online learning desired to suit students' unique learning needs. Over the years, we have achieved many firsts in Belizean higher education. These include our graduate degrees in business, the social sciences, economics, accounting, and education, as well as undergraduate degrees in fields such as anthropology, environmental science, criminal justice, veterinary technician, computer science, marketing, and economics. Another first was the 2013 introduction of its online degree programs using both synchronous and asynchronous modalities. Along with the offering of a bachelor's degree in business administration and accounting programs, in 2013 we also launched our bachelor's degree in elementary education on our online platform, serving hundreds of in-service teachers who were in need of professional upgrading around the country so they could acquire their full license to teach. Apart from our degree programs and scholarship programs, we have served Belize in small but very significant ways. For example, at our inception, we committed to focusing on sustainable development, and we required all our students to take at least one course in sustainable development. I even dare say that we introduced this concept to Belize even before the Sustainable Development Goals became a thing. Later on, we partnered with the Love Foundation to introduce and deliver a course on good governance, ethics, and transparency, not only to the public service, but to our entire student body. All of our students must take this course. Similarly, in anticipation of the referendum on the Anglo-Guatemalan dispute, we introduced a Belizean history course on the dispute, which again we required our students to take. We felt that they needed to be prepared to vote in the referendum. And this September, we are launching another history course called Belize Constitutional Reform that our students will be required to take because they must be prepared to participate in the reform process. Over the years, we have positioned ourselves as a natural partner in development with government, the private sector, and social partners. While we are not supported from the public purse, as small as we have a heart for service, and we have committed to doing whatever we can to contribute to Belize's development. While our faculty and staff sit on several national committees that either advise on policy development or are part of working groups, and we are very proud of the work that they do, we are much more proud of our eagles who are soaring in their workplaces, with several being the heads of their units. We can be very proud, and we are very proud of their commitment to the principles and values of sustainable development, good governance and transparency, a strong work ethic, and a commitment to lifelong learning. Just recently, while writing this address, a high school teacher who graduates today shared with me that despite the stress and pain of working and studying at Galen over the past 3 years for her bachelor's in education, secondary math education, and while she was working as a classroom teacher herself, she was very proud to know that she is well grounded in competency-based education because the education program she took at Galen has taught her the principles and pedagogy of competency-based education. which is being introduced in all our schools across Belize as I speak. As I stand here reflecting on our 20-year history, our bold mode majors and distinctive courses, our student financial services program with an annual investment of approximately $750,000 in scholarships, which is fully funded internally, I think of the immensity of our butterfly effect in the transformation in the lives of our Eagles and that of their families, and of course, our larger Belizean community. Everywhere we go, in government offices, the central bank, the private sector, in high schools and primary school classrooms across Belize, and even within the Ministry of Education, our 2,000 plus graduates are serving this country, working to transform it, to develop it. I think I'm most proud, though, of our scholarship program, the leg up in life that we are able to provide hundreds of students deserving of our university education, knowing that they will pay it forward. We have also been able to establish some strategic partnerships with several agencies to offer unique programs for our students. These include partnerships with several Canadian universities to create study abroad experiences for our students under the Canadian Bureau of International Education, Emerging Leaders of the Americas program, with the International Organization for Migration to offer a diploma in migration management. We actually hope to expand this to a full bachelor's degree in the near future with a possible concentration in human trafficking. We also have a partnership with the Belize Botanic Gardens and the Institute of Geology at the University of Edinburgh on the Vaca Falls Reforestation Project, funded by the Darwin Foundation, which seeks to upscale innovative planting baskets to restore landscape diversity, thereby enhancing climate-resilient livelihoods throughout the Vaca Falls area. Similarly, our partnership with Northumbria University has enabled 4 of our environmental science students to be trained as environmental outreach ambassadors over a 2-week period. And they will, of course, come back and do the training here in Belize for primary school children. A joint research project currently underway with the Liverpool University entitled Sustainable Futures, Participatory Research, Transformative Action, Sowing Seeds of Change, Exploring Caribbean Youth Perspectives on Climate Risk, Cultural Survival and Sustainable Futures, will document Belizean youth perspectives on climate risk, sustainable futures, and their relationships with the environment. This project aims to create a space for young people to engage with each other on youth issues, culture, community, the threats of climate crisis, and so on. We are equally grateful for our collaborative partnership with the Citadel in South Carolina and the Ministry of Human Development, Families and Children and Indigenous Peoples Affairs, which has spanned 5 years. Once again, this summer we teamed up with these strategic partners to offer another round of continued professional development in trauma-informed and strengths-based counseling for school counselors, teachers, social workers, and mental health caregivers. This is the 4th year that Galen has been offering counseling workshops of this nature in partnership with the Citadel and the ministry. In fact, in 2017, 2018, and 2019, workshops were offered in suicide prevention training. And then in 2022, we introduced the trauma-informed workshops. Today, I want to recognize Professor Guy Ilagan and Galen's Monica Mansour, who is now on study leave at a university in Texas, but she's home for the summer working with us on this project. I also want to recognize in the audience Mr. David Ayala from our partner institution, Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College, with whom we are teaming up to offer bachelor degree programs at what we're calling our northern campus. Those bachelor degree programs begin in September. Mr. David is representing the Dean of the Junior College here today. I subscribe to a service on an email service on positive inspirational tips called the Daily Positive. The April 15th tip reads, "A leader is a dealer of hope. Be a champion of what's possible today. Inspire others to keep going. Share a positive vision for the road ahead. Most of all, believe in others more than they believe in themselves." This is Galen. We are clearly a leader in higher education in Belize that has created a more positive future for all our stakeholders, especially those who have benefited by our scholarship and student financial services program. We believe in the potential of our students and the potential of this beautiful country of ours, and we will do everything we can to continue serving Belize in all that we do. As we move into our 20th year, we reaffirm our commitment to all our stakeholders and recommit to our revised vision of being a Belizean university with a global reach, offering responsive, cutting-edge programs through experiential learning, service, and research, delivered by a dynamic faculty for the development of lifelong learners. I end by charging our graduates today to remember that you are eagles. As you leave this auditorium today with your degree in hand, you join 2,000 plus eagles who are soaring in their workplaces and proudly serving this nation. I congratulate you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Aird, for those words. And I can speak directly to Dr. Aird being that leader at Galen University, because while I was at Galen in August of 2014 and she entered December 1st, 2014, we were going through that transition period, that period of change when there's normally disruption. And I can tell you that my time at Galen University was smooth, and it is a testament of the leader that comes in the form of Dr. Cynthia Eve Aird. So please give her another round of applause. Friends, colleagues, and graduands, we have heard words of congratulations and well wishes from your peers and academic leaders. It is now time to validate their words by presenting academic awards and conferring degrees, which you have been anxiously awaiting. Certificates and diplomas will be presented by the deans of the respective faculties. Associates, bachelor, and master degrees will be presented by the deans of the respective faculties and conferred by the provost. During this part of the ceremony, you will hear honors being called after the names of some of our candidates. These honors reflect the cumulative grade point averages that these candidates achieved. The honor cords they are wearing reflect their achievement. Cum laude, cumulative grade point averages of 3.45 to 3.64, white honor cord. Magna cum laude, cumulative grade point averages of 3.65 to 3.85, gold honor cord. Summa cum laude, cumulative grade point averages of 3.85 to 4.00, tricolor honor cord. To present the first set of candidates, I now call on a special eagle whose lives she has touched and whose dedication has left an indelible mark, not only on the graduates in her faculty, but on the very fabric of Galen University. Please welcome the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Science, and Technology, my Dean, my former professor, Miss Sherry Gibbs.
Test, test. Good morning, everyone. It is my great pleasure to present the candidates for the bachelor's degrees in anthropology, computer science, criminal justice, and environmental science, the associate's degree in veterinary technology, and our diploma in migration management from the Faculty of Art, Science, and Technology. Will the candidates please rise to be recognized?
Japet Lino Chavaria, cum laude. Marisa Yasmin Cervantes. Charlie Patricia Vernon, magna cum laude. Amanda Michelle Baptiste cum laude. Celine Elizabeth Barrow. Galen Francisco cum laude. Denver Anthony Vasquez. Jared Joel Kowo. Aiden Asadel Leslie, magna cum laude. Arles Ricardo May. Jahaira Solani Esquivel. Jaylene Diane Logan, magna cum laude. Karime Stephen Abiel Lambert. Kevin Joel Rivera, summa cum laude. Noemi Lupita Bedran.
Yay, Kevin.
Shante Asani Torres, cum laude. Sean Michael Bennett, magna cum laude. Celine Angelique Chan, summa cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Mejia. Ashlyn Anika Martinez. Carlos Daniel Gregorio. Dacia Victoria Regalado. Janelle Marjorie Parham, summa cum laude.
Hey, Darcia.
John Michael Gap. Kayla Krista Abraham, magna cum laude. Kadeem Smith. Saidi Edrina Kal. Zina Rivero, magna cum laude. Aníbal Truck. Armin Elia Montero Hela. Cherise Ann Ferguson. Deidre Ann Gill. Tyron Rodwell Leroy Cadle. Hector René Sabido. Ermain Sib. Janine Rian Sabal. Joshua George Munoz. Kevin Alexander Bardales. Kyra Jean Harris. Mary Magdalene Perez. Mateo Damasio Salam. Perla Graciela Hinojosa. Sasha Nicole Hernandez. Timothy Eligio.
Madam Provost, these are the candidates for the Faculty of Art, Science, and Technology for conferral of bachelor's degrees, associate degrees, and diplomas. They have been evaluated by the Faculty of Art, Science, and Technology and have met all the requirements for their respective bachelor's degrees in anthropology, computer science, criminal justice, and environmental science, associate's degree in veterinary technology, and diploma in migration management. As the Dean of the faculty, I ask that you confer on them the degree they seek.
By the power vested in me by Galen's Board of Trustees, I hereby confer on each of you your respective bachelor's degrees in anthropology, computer science, criminal justice, and environmental science, associate's degree in veterinary technician, and diploma in migration management, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
As we move on to the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship, she's an eagle who is business savvy and dedicated to ensuring that Galen continues to develop meaningful relationships with Belize's business sector. Her progressive leadership and organizational strength is her strong suit, and we look for continued success for the university and our business students under her direction. It is therefore my pleasure to welcome to the podium our Dean of the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship, Dr. Sylvia Cattouse, to present the candidates for conferral of degrees.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It is my distinct pleasure to present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in accounting, banking and finance, business administration, economics, hospitality and tourism management, international business and marketing from the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship. Would the candidates please rise to be recognized?
Lorena Marisa Requena. Regina Fion Huang, summa cum laude. Ashade Rocket. Jerone Edward Wilson. Keisha Yagisha Casanova, cum laude.
RP.
Gabriela de Lovina Habet, cum laude. Amy Karina Montoya, cum laude. Gabriela Maria Ruiz-Man, magna cum laude. Brandon Jones. Sahara Saline Zul, summa cum laude. Nasha Zania Novello, magna cum laude. Lourdes Hales. Callison Gerard Tillett. Christian Ricardo Na, magna cum laude. Kimberly Casanova. Alyssa Madeline Torres. Sahil Padwani, magna cum laude. Graciana Na, cum laude. Brian Zaire Leiva. Francois Jaime Wilfred Burgess, summa cum laude. Emily Julissa Ferrufino. Courtney Arlene Ferguson, cum laude. Corinne Diana Ferguson, cum laude. Amber Kelly Bardales. Thais Celine Martin. Simran Wadwa. Lucia Elvira Medina. Cindy Marisol Barrientos, cum laude.
Madam Provost, these are the candidates from the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship for a conferral of bachelor's degrees. They have been evaluated by the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship and have met all the requirements for their respective bachelor's degrees in accounting, banking and finance, business administration, economics, hospitality and tourism management, international business and marketing. As the Dean of the faculty, I ask that you confer on them the degrees they seek.
By the power vested in me by Galen's Board of Trustees, I hereby confer on each of you your respective bachelor's degrees in accounting, banking and finance, business administration, economics, hospitality and tourism management, international business and marketing, with all rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
Moving forward, we now come to the presentation with the candidates for degrees in the Faculty of Education. He is no stranger to higher education in Belize and in the Caribbean. He is a dedicated professional coach who has worked with these candidates to overcome their academic and professional challenges to realize their full potential as innovative, multi-skilled, trauma-informed and reflective reflective practitioners. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Dorian Barrow, Dean of the Faculty of Education, to the podium.
Thank you very much. It is with great honor that I present Provost the candidates for the bachelor's degree in elementary education, the bachelor's in secondary education, diplomas in Belizean studies and social studies education, diplomas in pedagogy, secondary education, and the postgraduate certificate in educational leadership from the Faculty of Education. Would the candidates please rise to be recognized?
Alexis Brittany Chan, cum laude. Daniela Cara Cardenas. Denise Kendra King, magna cum laude. Flores. Erminia Chan, cum laude. Esther Rachel Ciego, cum laude. Georgia Rosalie Borland. Lenny Lopez, magna cum laude. Kimberly Gillett, magna cum laude. Kelsey Tisha Tillett, magna cum laude. Keeling Macy Sanchez, cum laude. Karina Denicia Tillett, magna cum laude. Juanita Balita Bab, magna cum laude. Joyce Thelma Hall, magna cum laude. Ida Marilyn Woolers Nabet, cum laude. Shaniel Bettina Soriano, cum laude. Rubiceli Esther Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Patricia Tillett, cum laude. Nicole Elizabeth Dominguez, summa cum laude. Maura Maritza Garcia, magna cum laude. Luis Alfredo Oliva, cum laude. Marvin Arango, magna cum laude. Nathan Juarez. Sara Andreina Talreja, magna cum laude. Brittany Salome Flores, cum laude. Manuel Fernando Perez. Zoraida Melissa Mesa, magna cum laude.
I like your bling. Like the bling.
Tracelyn Leslie, magna cum laude. Tracy Nicole Augustine. Aloma Alzina Abeles Hall. Khadija Nikenji Marin.
Madam Provost, these are the candidates from the Faculty of Education for conferral of the bachelor's degree in elementary education, the bachelor's in secondary education, the diploma in Belizean Studies and Social Studies education, the diploma in pedagogy, secondary education, and the postgraduate certificate in educational leadership from the Faculty of Education. As Dean of the Faculty, I ask that you confer on them the degrees and diplomas they seek.
By the power vested in me by Galen's Board of Trustees, I hereby confer on each of you bachelor's degrees in elementary education, the bachelor's in secondary education, the diploma in Belizean Studies and Social Studies education, pedagogy, and the certificate in educational leadership, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
We continue with the conferral of degrees in the master program presented by Dr. Sylvia Cattouse. Please join me in welcoming once again Dr. Sylvia Cattouse, Dean of the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship, to the podium.
It is my great honor to present the candidates for the Master of Science, Business Administration from the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship. These candidates are awarded with a special hood which represents their achievement of a master's degree. Would the candidates please rise to be recognized? they went between them.
Chelsea Romero. Ashley Olive Flowers. Shirley Eck. Alfonso Mark Young. Melanie Usher Danielchek. Julissa Shakira Trejo.
Hi, Mel.
Everson Bonilla. Diane Patricia Spain. Yesenia Maria Paredes. Steven Sanchez. Charlene Sean Jones. Salvador Manuel Alas. Nefi Ismail Pot.
Madam Provost, these are the candidates from the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship for conferral of master's degrees. They have been evaluated by the Graduate Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship and found to have met all the requirements for the Masters of Business Administration. As Dean of the Faculty, I ask that you confer on them the master's degrees they seek.
By the power vested in me by Galen's Board of Trustees, I hereby confer on each of you the master's degree in business administration with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
To complete the conferral ceremony, I kindly ask our graduates to rise and raise your right hand to take the Galen Pledge. Graduates, please raise your right palm. As a graduate of Galen University, I pledge to explore and contemplate the pillars of sustainable development and the value of ethical leadership in any job I consider. I will strive to improve these qualities of any organization for which I work. Thank you, graduates. Congratulations. Wearing the tassel on the left is an academic tradition for those who have earned bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees. At this time, all of you who have earned a certificate, diploma, associate's, bachelor's, or master's degree, please move your tassels from right to left to indicate that you have reached this milestone in your academic career. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise in joining me in congratulating Galen's graduating class of 2023. You may all be seated. I now invite Ms. Shante Torres, a graduate Bachelor's of Science in Environmental Science in the Faculty of Arts, Science and Technology, to the podium to sing the Galen Anthem. The Galen Anthem was written by Sir Colville Young and gifted to Galen University in 2021. Ms. Shante Torres.
If you turn the back of your pamphlet, you will be able to see the words of the Galen Anthem. On the lovely hills of Galen, purest fountain rose and fell, watering the western garden where students now excel, reaching higher, sister, brother, ever pacing one another, vision glorious, vision vast, of a future that shall last. In the secret groves of Galen, pride and knowledge ever dwell, with our ancient Mayan culture, still inspiring to excel. Great technology, refining best of old and new, combining vision glorious, vision vast of a future that shall last.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call the eagle spirit. Thank you, Ms. Doris, for that lovely rendition of the Galen anthem. I call on Dr. Sylvia Cattouz, Dean in the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship at Galen University, to introduce our guest speaker this morning.
Good morning once again. It is an honor and certainly a distinct pleasure for me to have the opportunity to introduce to you our esteemed guest speaker. In November 2020, the Prime Minister of Belize appointed Dr. Osman Martinez as the Chief Executive Officer of the Ministry of the Public Service, Constitutional and Political Reform. Just 6 months later, the Prime Minister appointed him to several positions, including Belize's Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of Economic Development, the National Designate Authority to the Green Climate Fund, and the Executive Director of the Caribbean Development Bank. Later, the CDB Board of Governors appointed Dr. Martinez as the Constituency Director of Belize and the British Caribbean Islands, which includes 6 countries. Dr. Martinez holds a doctorate in economics, focusing on poverty and social development from the Universidad de Baja California, Mexico, where his research centered on sustainable tourism with implications for poverty alleviation and socioeconomic development in Belize. He also holds a master's degree in economics and a bachelor's degree in agriculture. Earlier in his career, Dr. Osman Martinez was an assistant professor of economics in the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship, my faculty, at Galen University. He also served as regional manager for Fayon Aquaculture in Central America, Panama, a post that required interaction with businesses associated with shrimp larvae production throughout Central America, Venezuela, and Ecuador. Dr. Martinez is a firm believer in academia, assuring it be part of any decision and macroeconomic policies. Additionally, Dr. Martinez believes that education should not be part of sustainable development because education is sustainable development. And I must say, Dr. Martinez walks that talk. Every opportunity he gets, he includes academia in policy development and decisions. CEO Martinez is a frontline soldier for climate justice for the vulnerable population and is championing the mobilization of climate finance. Dr. Martinez has been successful in the increased implementation of public sector investment projects. Specifically, he is the focal point and negotiator of public sector finance for the government of Belize. He is also the author of 2 research papers. The first, Research, Sustainable Tourism Development, Implication for Poverty Alleviation and Socio-Economic Development in Belize. His second paper, Poverty Resilience, Maximizing Equitable Use and Increasing Production of Agricultural Lands in Belize. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Osman Martinez.
Dr. Katus, thank you for that keen presentation. And she forgot to say that, well, in a proud moment, I would say, that she was also my boss at Galen University. And both Dr. Yeard and Dr. Katus played an important role on the development of my professional development. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good morning to one and all. It is a distinguished honor to be here with you all today. But on a proud moment, when I look at all the students that are here, I wonder with how many of you I had the opportunity to work and to share the late night classes and ask you to do some research and development as your final paper. Can you put up your hands? Thank you. But what a beautiful day. What an energy. I love to hear the trumpet. Can we do it one more time in a collective voice to say congratulations to our graduates? And parents, just jump off that chair, man. Yes, do it again. Everyone, come on, celebrate. It's such a beautiful energy, and thank you. I want to say that Galen Eagles, you are a true eagle. When we look at, for you to be here today, if you did a 4 years program, that means that you had to start back in 2019. If you did a 2 years program, that means you started in 2021. And if you did a 3 years program, you had to start in 2020. Which means that an eagle is someone who has a keen vision and determination. And what I want to say here is that for you to be here today, you had to go through the COVID-19 pandemic. And it was not an easy task. It was not an easy task. Why? Because during COVID-19 pandemic, unemployment rate skyrocketed, meaning that many of you lost your jobs, or those who were financing the tuitions for your school. Or you all had to go through an emotional period of time of the uncertainty of where to go and how to move forward. In addition, you all had to deal with emotional losses. Some, if not all of us, were impacted at one moment or the other by either catching COVID or knowing someone that had to deal with COVID-19. But in a worst case scenario, what about losing a family member? I too lost my brother during that period of time. So it was not an easy task, and I'm sure that it was not for you as well. But you made it. I want to hear the trumpet once again for that dedication and determination of our students. I will adopt the protocol list, with your permission, I will adopt the protocol list that has been established from the beginning of the ceremony, with the exception that I want to acknowledge a person that is here who played who was a key player in my professional development during my high school time. and that is Mr. Walter Garbut. Please stand, Mr. Walter. Mr. Walter Garbut once came to, well, he was the principal at Independence High School, and I didn't prepare that part. I not even knew that he was going to be here. But Mr. Garbut came to me once and he said, well, he came to our class because our reading teacher was not in class. And I was the first descendant of, or son of immigrant to be in that class in Independence High School, having so many challenges to be able to speak English at that time. And so Mr. Garbut came and he said, your reading teacher is not here today, I will be your reading teacher. And when my term came to read, I was so excited because I wanted to learn. And I started to read. And as I opened my mouth, everyone started to laugh. They heard an accent that they have never heard before. And so Mr. Walter said, continue, continue. You know, and everyone was laughing of the accent. I don't think they were laughing at me. I think they were laughing more of the accent. And he said, continue, you know. And I continued doing it. I was very focused in getting that reading from Mr. Garbut. I wanted to impress him. And when I finished, Mr. Garbut gave me the best confidence, and he don't know what he did on that moment for me. Mr. Walter Garbut said, you know something? He knows Spanish. No, he's learning English. No, do you know Spanish or do you know another language? I said, and he challenged them, you know, to say, please don't disappoint this guy, but help him and let him help you. From that day on, Mr. Garbut, you gave me the wings of an eagle, and you gave me the fuel that I needed to be here today. And today I'm here, but rest assured that you are also standing here with me. In a conversation that I had with Minister Henry Osher, who is my real boss, he believed in me, you know, and so my first job as a Chief Executive Officer, I still remember that call. But in one of our many conversations that we had, he said to me, Osmond, he said, we have so much technology, so much science. He said, and he went on, you know, to saying that the technology and science that we have today is actually out of this. It's science and technology that we never thought of. He said, but the best scientists in this world today, in the middle of COVID-19 pandemic, the best options and the best technology they could have adopted. You remember that conversation? The best recommendations the scientists came with was wear a mask, social distance, and keep your hands clean. Think about it. It was actually the basics to help us. We had to adopt the basic method to go through the pandemic. And based on that conversation, I said, you know what? I want to give a message to the students and to the graduates that will be basic and simple. Therefore, today, allow me, I will share two basic points with you, and two basic points that is accessible to everyone here. And the topic that I will adopt today is put God first and don't waste time. So allow me by saying that prioritizing, putting God first in your life, for everything you've seen in me today is a result of His grace. I was born into a world of scarcity, where dreams often seem out of reach and opportunities were rare. Growing up in poverty, I faced numerous hardships, struggling to meet even the most basic needs. However, in the midst of darkness, I found a guiding light and an unwavering faith in God's grace and the belief that through His divine intervention, anything is possible. As I progress in my career, I witnessed the the transformative power of God's grace firsthand. I saw individuals from underprivileged backgrounds rise to influential positions and use the newfound influence to improve others. It is through God's grace that we were able to create a ripple effect of positive change, breaking the cycle of poverty and igniting hope in the heart of those who most in need. My story is a testament of the fact that God's grace knows no bounds. It is available to all who seek it, regardless of their background, status, or the challenges they face. This force transcends societal boundaries and empowers us to overcome our limitations. Embrace this faith, and you will find the strength to navigate life's obstacles and achieve greatness. And the second point, waste time. If you are born in Belize, the life expectancy in Belize is estimated at 72.85 years. Or, I like numbers, so I converted that to hours. And that means that each one of us who born in Belize have an estimated of 700,000 hours of life. Each one of us is blessed with a finite amount of time on this earth, a precious resource that once spent can never be replenished or regained. Many times we like to say, I will do it later, or I will catch up, or don't worry, I will double up tomorrow. That is not so. Every passing hour is irreplaceable, making how we choose to invest this currency of time critical in shaping the legacy we leave behind and the impact we have on others. If you pay key attention, I use time as a currency that you can trade. Within each hour lies an opportunity, a chance to learn, to grow, and make a lasting difference. We must seize this moment with intentionality and purpose. Let us place importance on our relationships, nurturing connections with loved ones, and building bridges of understanding and compassion. Investing in our personal growth, exactly what you did, by expanding our knowledge, honing our skills, and pursuing our passions will enrich not only our lives, but also the lives of those around us. Furthermore, dedicating our time to causes greater than self-interest, be in alleviating suffering, promoting justice, or fostering equality can lead to positive change in our community and beyond. However, it is essential to strike a balance in managing our time. Productivity and achievements are vital, but so is taking time for rest, reflection, and self-care. By tending to our physical, mental, and emotional well-being, we can show up more fully in our lives and better service others. The power to transform our lives, communities, our beautiful nation Belize, and indeed our world, lies within the hours we have been given. It is within our grasp to shape our destinies and leave behind a legacy that resonates through the corridors of time. So let us make the most of each hour, cherishing that the gift of time and positively impacting the world. around us. Excellencies, esteemed guests, and fellow attendees. In conclusion, I stand humbled and privileged to have spoken before you today. This momentous occasion marks not only the celebration of your achievements, dear graduates, but also the 20th anniversary of Galen University. Let us all extend our heartfelt congratulations to Galen for its dedication to nurturing excellence and fostering growth in the heart and midst of its students. As we look to the future, I am filled with unwavering confidence that Galen University will continue to shine as a beacon of knowledge and enlightenment. The legacy of producing high-quality students like you will undoubtedly persist, leaving an indelible mark on Belize's transformation and multidimensional development. Your time at Galen has equipped you with the tools and skills to make a meaningful impact on your chosen path. Remember the wisdom you have acquired and the friendships you have forged during your journey here. As you step out into the world, let the spirit of Galen, resilience, and purpose guide you towards achieving your dream and making a positive difference in society. The world awaits the contribution of exceptional individuals, and you are an exceptional individual. You possess the vision, determination, and compassion to shape a brighter future. As Galen Eagles, I have no doubt that each of you will soar to the new heights, touching countless lives and inspiring generations to come. May you continue to embody the principles of excellence instilled within you, and may your achievements be a testament to the transformative power of education. Embrace the challenges and opportunities. Embrace the fights that you will have with colleagues. Embrace everything that comes on your way. And you may find fulfillment in every endeavor you pursue. Once again, congratulations. And join me, not in saying thank you to me, but congratulating our class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Osmond Martinez, for that dynamic message to our graduates. We have now come to the point where we take part in one of Galen's traditions to celebrate academic excellence by giving tribute to our best performing graduates. Provost Dr. Aird will be introducing our honorees today.
Dr. Martinez, would you please come to the front again? In recognition of delivering an inspirational keynote address this morning, please accept this token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
Would Mr. Alfonso Young please come to this stage, please? Alfonso, congratulations on having achieved the highest academic marks in the master's degree program. Alfonso earned a GPA of 4.0 in his MBA program, and in light of that, we would like to honor him by presenting him this award. Thank you. Thank you. Celine Chan, would you please come to the stage as well? Oh, there you are. Congratulations to Celine, the undergraduate student who achieved the highest academic marks in the bachelor's degree program. She earned a cumulative GPA of 3.95 in the bachelor's in environmental science program. Celine, please accept this award. Thank you. And if Mr. Hugh O'Brien could please go to the podium now.
It is fitting for Galen University to honor an extraordinary individual, a man who seeks no claim to fame, but fame is finding him nevertheless. He is a maverick infused with an out-of-the-box thought process and with an unorthodox approach to problem solving that has propelled him into pioneering businesses and driven some key revolutionary developments in the community and Belize in general. To those who know him well, he might seem as an unlikely success. He may truly be, the only Belizean student who began first form and was demoted back into Standard 6. He likes to brag about this, saying that he was expelled from Sacred Heart College for being dunce, or for being a dunce. But it was this perceived dullness, sarcastically speaking, that allowed him to think into the future and gave the monastery in Santa Elena that large tract of land so that it would be a green forest as a sanctuary in the center of the Twin Towns. It was this difference in mindset and commitment to our natural heritage that led him to create the first of its kind in the world medicinal forest reserve called Terra Nova in the Yalbak area of Belize, to establish a national park in honor of the world-renowned traditional healer from San Antonio village, Don Eligio Panti, and to legally protect and preserve the Chiquibul National Park. In his short stint as the minister responsible for fisheries, he championed the creation of numerous marine reserves, including the Port Honduras Reserve, Gladden Split, Sharkery Alley, and others, and a number of spawning aggregation sites for Belize's native fishes. And he led the charge to excavate and preserve the now popular Cajalbech archaeological site in the heart of San Ignacio. This man's name is Daniel Silva. And Daniel Silva's passion extended beyond environmental conservation and the preservation of our national heritage to education as well. It was passion that led him to establish a privately managed, vocationally oriented school for the deaf at the former Listowel Bad Boys Training School in Central Farm. His unorthodox thinking brought to life the Tumulkin Center of Learning in Blue Creek, Toledo, where classes are taught in the Maya language and classes are held in sync with the Mayan calendar. He earmarked a sizable portion of land and played a key role in having Santa Elena Primary School move to its current larger location. There are numerous primary schools, especially in the villages in the Cayo district, that have benefited from his innovative ideas for classroom expansion and construction. St. Ignatius High School credit their existence to this passion for expanding access to education in the Santa Elena area. And despite claiming to have been expelled from Sacred Heart High School, he pushed for the establishment of Sacred Heart Junior College. Daniel Silva, I don't have ever seen him play, and I don't think he was a football player. But he was savvy enough to know that traveling over the world, all over Europe and Asia and Africa and so on, as the elites were doing at that time, was not helping Belize's quest to join FIFA. As president of the then Belize National Football Association, he went against the common grail of the football technocrats, and he pushed for Belize to join CONCACAF instead, in Central America, as the first step. He convinced the delegation and took them to Guatemala City in 1986, where they fought, obviously, against Guatemala, who was joined by Salvador, who opposed Belize becoming a member. But with the support of Mexico, Belize became a member of CONCACAF. And in that same year, went on to become a member of FIFA in Mexico City. Being a visionary, he did not want San Ignacio and Santa Elena to become a north side, south side phenomenon. So he strategically helped to bridge the divide. First was to get Belize Water Services Limited to reluctantly open an office in Santa Elena, which was considered the bad area of the Twin Towns. Then push for the Belize Social Security Board to also open its offices there, and supported many affluent Belizeans to get a piece of land and encourage them to build their home in Santa Elena. Now Santa Elena and San Ignacio are buzzing with businesses all along the highway as well as in the downtown area. And if it were not for two bridges, the wooden bridge and the newly constructed bridge, you would not be able to tell the difference in the Twin Towns. Some say in business he is a lucky man, but those of us around him know he has a great vision for the future. He is very good with ideas and is second to none when it comes to numbers. These are important attributes for his success. He understands in business you have to invest, but the goal must be to maximize your revenues and minimize your expenses. From picking plums for sale as a young boy to buying a small camera and developing photos in a dark room as his first business venture, he opened up a number of photo studios in San Ignacio, Belmopan, and Belize City, then expanded into a number of retail businesses that then moved on to tourism, real estate, vehicle rentals, and others. One of Daniel Silva's ventures that exemplify his innovative spirit is Cajalpech Village Resort. Recognizing the potential of tourism and the value of cultural preservation, Daniel Silva transformed an area rich with ancient Maya heritage into one of the largest and most popular resorts in Belize. And after building government houses for $7,000 in the Cayo district, and cognizant that Belize was rapidly expanding, he pioneered the idea of subdividing privately owned land into lots and allowing the average Belizean citizen to own a piece of land by making small monthly payments. He is one of the founding members of Breaking Belize News that chartered a new path for the news business in Belize, and up to now is still a leading online news agency in the country. The acceptance of informal cattle exports to Guatemala can be credited to the bold and out-of-the-box thought process of a man who says he knows nothing about agriculture, but is touted by farmers and businessmen across the length and breadth of Belize as being the best Minister of Agriculture that Belize has ever had. Onion, carrots, potato, celery, broccoli, cauliflower, and numerous other commodities were never grown in Belize in commercial quantities until this non-farmer pushed for it and created the environment for it to happen. Previous to him being Minister of Agriculture, it was illegal for credit unions to have debit cards and credit cards, or to have ATM machines, or for you to be a member of more than one credit unions. Only a recent, as 20 years ago. But Daniel Silva, as a minister, would have none of it, and he worked hard to change the law. To a large extent, thanks to this man, credit unions across Belize are now offering customized and modern financial services and can compete effectively with the commercial banks. Too numerous, somewhere in the thousands, I think, possibly past 10,000, are those who are extremely grateful to him for personally helping them to go to school, for giving them their first job or a second chance despite having a police record or having gone to jail. He's extended a helping hand in time, or extending a helping hand in times of medical emergency. Help them to establish or expand their business. Get a house lot for them or a piece of farmland. Help them to build a home, etc., etc., etc. And to top it all off, the pioneers of Galen University. I don't know if I can pronounce this name good, but Dr. Andreas Charalambos, Dr. Nancy Adamson, and Belizean from Stan Creek District, Dr. Marion Cayetano, who were walking down the halls of the Ministry of Education back in 2002. There were no smiles on their faces. Their jaws were sagging. It was clear that they were sad, visibly sad, disillusioned, and ready to give up. But by a stroke of luck, they met Daniel Silva in the hallway of the building and told him that they were not having any luck getting support or a permit to open a private university in Belize. Daniel Silva calmly said to them, if nobody want uno, come to Cairo Central and we will find one home for uno. Without going into much detail, it was largely because of this man that Galen ended up in Central Farm, got the education permit, got 100 acres of land in Central Farm, where at some point a state-of-the-art campus is going to be built and is able to deliver. And today, because of that one encounter in that hallway, Galen is able to deliver, well, more than that, but that was a seed that was planted, is able to deliver, or was able to deliver various degrees today to you graduates. Galen University honored Daniel Silva from then with an annual scholarship in his name. Today, Galen University is pleased to honor Daniel Silva with a much-deserved honorary doctorate. Thank you very much.
Can we get another round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the highest achiever in the master's degree program, Mr. Alfonso Young, to deliver the closing address. Mr. Young.
Distinguished guests, members of the Board of Directors and the Board of Trustees, Provost Aird, deans, faculty and staff, proud parents and families, and fellow graduates of the graduating class of 2023. Approximately 2 weeks ago, when I was informed that because of my high academic achievement, I would have the honor to address you, my brain went into autopilot. I did what I have been doing the last 2 years. I researched the topic. I Googled graduation speeches, watched a few inspirational leader speeches on YouTube, and even read articles on how best to construct a graduation speech. I even wondered if I should include a list of references. While researching, I came upon some great material, stories that pull at one's heartstrings. Yet, even with all this information at my fingertips, I was still staring at an empty Word document a few hours later. I then realized that no article was going to represent my experience throughout this master's degree journey. No inspirational speech was going to portray my journey. So I followed the advice of my spouse, who told me to speak from your heart. So today, I stand here extremely honored and humbled to speak to you from my heart about my journey. 2 years ago, when I started the Master of Business Administration program at Galen, I set out a goal. That goal was to do well, as this was the final chapter of my academic journey. I never imagined that I would be standing here today delivering the closing address. The journey has been one of many emotions, from the many anxiety-filled weeks leading up to an important presentation, to the long hours sitting behind my computer for our nightly lectures. I have grown to develop the utmost admiration for anyone who decides to pursue a master's degree. Added to the highs and lows of pursuing an MBA, 3 months into the program, I was blessed with a beautiful baby girl. While some would have placed their academic pursuit on hold, I forged ahead, even more highly motivated to put myself in a position to provide for my daughter. On many sleepless nights, I sat behind my computer, wondering if I had taken on too much. Balancing work, family, and the rigors of a Galen MBA had proven to be quite demanding and daunting. From Dr. Macmillan's very challenging plagiarism test in our first MBA course to Dr. Penados' final thesis presentation, it has been quite a journey, an experience that I will treasure as I continue my path to growth as a leader in business and society. Now, to my fellow graduates, as we continue that growth in places other than the Central Farm campus or the Moodle platform, I am confident that we are well equipped for whatever challenges we may face in the future. And we are ready because we're not just graduates, we are Galen Eagles who have been enriched by our experiences, emboldened by the risks we have taken, educated by our failures, here even more than our successes, and empowered by our education. We are ready to take what we have learned, use it to do good for ourselves, the nation, and by extension, the world. And by the way, don't forget to have fun while doing so. Now, as we go back into our normal everyday lives tomorrow, I ask that you take a moment to reflect and appreciate what we have accomplished. Think of the many sacrifices we made to make this moment possible. Many of us made great sacrifices to invest in our education at this prestigious institution. The great Benjamin Franklin once said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." I couldn't agree more. Let's use our investment to better our lives, to better the lives of our families, and to become good contributing citizens for our country. I would like to thank all the people who have made this special moment possible. I would like to give thanks to the Almighty God for giving me the strength to be able to stand here before you today. My sincere appreciation to Dr. Sylvia Catus for her excellent guidance and support throughout this journey. To Dr. Cynthia E. Beard, thank you for your steadfast leadership during my time at Galen. To Dr. Yasmin Andrews, thank you for your exceptional supervision during the preparation of my thesis. Thank you to all professors of the MBA program for pushing me to perform at my utmost best. I am grateful to my colleagues in Cohort 1 for your willingness to assist each other when we had our doubts. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the role my family has played. Thank you to my wife, Jessica, who has been by my side throughout this academic journey. Thank you for your relentless support and motivation when I needed it. Thank you for taking care of our family when I was stuck for hours behind my computer. Thank you to my daughter, who had to share me with my studies for her first 18 months of life. Now that my journey is complete, I promise Daddy will never miss a milestone in your life. Finally, thanks to my parents, Alfonso Young Sr. and Maria Young, for their encouragement throughout my MBA journey. I am sure that they are proud that their son is now an MBA graduate. I hope that when you leave from here today, you will keep following your dreams. Always remember that you are the only obstacle standing between you and your success. Never give up. Don't let anyone tell you it cannot be done. Remember, failure is just another way to learn to do something right. I leave you today with a quote by the great Anatole France, a quote that I find myself going back to when I'm feeling down. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. And never forget that we are eagles. We will continue to soar. Addressing you today has been a great honor. I thank you. I would like to call on two of my fellow graduates, Ms. Anne Eck and Mr. Steven Sanchez, for a special presentation.
Truly great mentors are hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to forget. A pleasant good morning, everyone. And on behalf of the graduating Masters of Business Administration class of 2023, I would like to acknowledge and call on our Dean, Dr. Sylvia Catus, to present to her an award of recognition for her invaluable guidance and support that she bestowed upon us throughout our journey and pursuit of this prestigious degree. On behalf of the graduating class, we say thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Young, for those words. Two things that stuck out immediately. Education empowers, and you are the only obstacle between yourselves and success. Continue to use education as that tool to get you where you want to go. Dear all, thank you for joining us on this joyous occasion as we celebrate our graduates. You have spent the last few years diligently working towards this achievement, and all of those long hours have paid off. So, once again, congratulations. Share this moment with your loved ones and prepare to continue soaring, for you will forever be an eagle. Go with Galen in your hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our graduation. Please rise for the recessional. Please remain standing until all the graduates have exited. Graduates, rise and remain standing when the music starts.